Two members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force tragically lost their lives in a fatal road accident on Sunday evening along the Yorktown Main Road in Clarendon. Preliminary reports reveal that around 6:40 p.m., the male and female constables were part of a team responding to a report of 3 suspects spotted on a motorcycle in the area. While en route, the service vehicle skidded, and the driver reportedly lost control, causing the vehicle to overturn into a ditch. The injured officers were rushed to the hospital, where 2 were pronounced dead, while others were admitted in serious but stable condition. The police high command, in a statement released late Sunday, expressed deep sadness over the incident and assured that support is being provided to the victims' families, colleagues, and friends. A St. Andrew man has been charged with murder and several other serious offenses in connection with the fatal shooting of a young mother just weeks before she was set to move to the United States to join her husband, a member of the U.S. Army. David Anthony White, 25, also known as Trey, was charged by detectives from the St. Andrew North Police Division with multiple crimes, including 2 counts of wounding with intent, shooting with intent, illegal possession of a firearm, using a firearm to commit a felony, possession of a prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. These charges stem from a midnight gun attack on August 31 in the King Weston District, Lawrence Tavern, St. Andrew. The attack resulted in the death of 28-year-old Ronisha Gilbert Morgan. 2 others, including her husband, were injured in the incident. Gilbert Morgan's husband had returned to Jamaica for the birth of their child 3 weeks earlier and was preparing to relocate the family to the U.S. White was reportedly arrested at a rural hospital, where he was being treated for injuries allegedly sustained while fleeing the crime scene. Investigators suspect the drive-by shooting was a reprisal for the death of one of White's associates weeks earlier. Police are investigating a suspected suicide after a 75-year-old man, Rupert Brown, was found hanging from the ceiling of his 1-bedroom home in Islington, St. Mary, on Friday. Brown's body was discovered around 6 a.m. by his caregiver, Colette Wint, who was left in shock by the tragic scene. Wint described Brown as a quiet and reserved individual. The incident has left the community deeply unsettled, with many questioning what could have driven him to take his own life. I just took him to the doctor recently because he was ill and had been admitted to the hospital. He had only recently returned home, and now this is what I came to find this morning, Wint told the press, struggling to hold back tears. At least 6 people were injured in a 2-vehicle collision on the Winston Jones Highway in Mandeville on Sunday evening. The accident occurred at 6:50 p.m. at the intersection of Marshall's Penn and involved a Nissan Note and a Toyota Hiace minibus. One of the vehicles overturned and veered off the road into a ditch. Preliminary reports indicate that the Nissan was attempting to turn onto Marshall's Drive from the highway when the Hiace, trying to overtake, collided with it. The force of the crash caused the Nissan to flip into a ditch. Firefighters and police quickly arrived at the scene. The stretch of road has been notorious for accidents over the years, and residents of Marshall's Penn are once again urging the National Works Agency to repaint the intersection with an unbroken white line to help reduce crashes. The community of Hurlock in St. James was shaken by 2 murders on Friday night, occurring just minutes apart. According to a police report, the victims, both residents of Hurlock, have been identified as 20-year-old graphic artist Ronaldinho Headley, also known as Mike, and O'Neill Howe. The first incident took place around 8 p.m. when Howe and several other men were at a bar in the area. A Toyota motorcar reportedly pulled up, and armed men exited the vehicle, opening fire on the group and injuring 3 men before fleeing the scene. The police were notified, and upon their arrival, the injured men were taken to the hospital, where Howe was pronounced dead. The other 2 men received medical treatment. Shortly afterward, at about 8:30 p.m., the police were alerted to another incident involving Headley. Residents reported hearing gunshots and called the authorities. Upon arrival, officers found Headley lying on a roadway with gunshot wounds. He was also transported to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing, and it is not yet clear whether the two incidents are connected. Reggae and dancehall icon Barrington Levy made a surprise appearance during Usher's past, present, and future tour at the Brooklyn Stop. The September show, which also featured Jada Kiss, Swizz Beatz, and Busta Rhymes, was the final night of Usher's 4 sold-out performances at the Barclays Center. Levy, introduced by Swizz Beatz, took the stage as his hit Bad Boys, a collaboration with former rapper Shine, played through the venue speakers. He thrilled the crowd with performances of his classic tracks, including Here I Come, Black Roses, and Tell Them Already. Barrington Levy is known for several other hits, including Living Dangerously with Bounty Killer, Prison Oval Rock, Money Moves, She's Mine, Too Experienced, Shine Eye Girl, Collie Weed, and Work. Born in Clarendon, Jamaica, in 1964, Levy began his musical journey as a teenager by forming the Mighty Multitude with his cousin Everton Dakers. They entered the music scene through Sound Systems and released their first single, My Black Girl, in 1977. At just 14, Levy recorded his debut solo track, A Long Time Since We Don't Have No Love. By 1984, he teamed up with producer Jaw Screw to release the hit Under My Sensi, followed by Here I Come, the title track of his acclaimed album. The Here I Come album featured 12 tracks, including Vibes Is Right, Real Thing, and Moonlight Lover, and earned Levy the Best Vocalist Award at Britain's Reggae Awards. Levy's latest album, Acoustica Levy, released in 2015, garnered him his first Grammy nomination for Best Reggae Album. In 2023, Rolling Stone ranked Barrington Levy 119th on its list of the 200 greatest singers of all time. Levy is the second Jamaican artist to join Usher on tour, following dancehall star Masika, who performed earlier in Canada, introduced by Cardinal Offishall. Usher's past, present, and future tour caps off a remarkable year, including headlining the Super Bowl, completing a 100-show residency in Las Vegas, and releasing his 9th studio album all within the past year.